Hello everyone, this is welcome back with another portfolio review. As promised, I said I would get one out on Wednesday to kind of recap what happened in August and kind of finish up where I left off yesterday with some purchases that I made on some stocks. I was thinking for like this last week, I think I went overboard and I, put too much in, because I had bills and stuff that I still had to pay for. I mean, I got a bonus from work, but I don't know. So anyway, the market's live right now. You can see it's kind of jumping up and down. Yesterday, which it says today, but that was yesterday, we went down quite a bit. If we look at the past week, we had a spike around the 3rd or whatever, and it's just been kind of slowly going down. But, nothing really to worry about. I had a request in the last video to try to make this a little bit smaller, shorter of a video. So that's what we'll try to see if I can get all these. Going. All right, so last episode I said I put some money in. We bought some JP Morgan, Coke, AT&T, Bank of America the first time around, and then I added a little bit extra, and I bought 1 share of Apple, 2 shares of Altria, and some Marathon Oil just because I had a little bit of money left. I was trying to do S&P 500 ETFs, but it was very fickle as far as it doesn't move very much, so I had to put in a limit order, and I wasn't very patient, so just bought something else instead. But why did I decide to add Apple into my portfolio? Well, right now it's at a good price to be able to buy a single share, and I know long term Apple is going to continue to grow, and they pay a pretty decent dividend. Like everything about Apple is just really good, and now that they moved from like a $400 price point to something that I can actually afford, it helps quite a bit. So yeah, that was Robinhood. No, I haven't really done too much on this, since I purchased last week. We still got some pending dividends coming along, so we'll get to those probably at the end of September. But so far, it's looking pretty good as far as how we're doing. M1 Finance, same deal. We got paid a bunch of dividends yesterday, but they showed up this morning. Amgen, the bonds, Johnson & Johnson, and Southern Company. So it was like $4, I think is what my notification was. I think this was September 4th. That must have been Friday, correct? Yes. Had some more purchases go through. So it feels really good to get this rolling through and add to our portfolio, my portfolio rather, on this end. But yeah, you can see it hasn't really done very much compared to Robinhood, which fluctuates a lot more. And again, this is my passive one. This one, is meant to just kind of hold a lot of its value, where Robinhood will be more volatile because I'm picking individual stocks that I want at the time. So moving along to this stock portfolio, again, you can see that I added Apple down here. And for the longest time, I was wondering why this number didn't correlate with when I switched to all-time this number. And then I realized that some of these have been bought with dividend money, and that's where the $93 is coming in. And it's not subtracting these two, or finding the difference of this. It's finding the difference in what I bought it for compared to what is gain loss, where Robinhood only factors in the money that I have personally contributed, is kind of how it goes. So in case anyone was wondering, I was wondering, and I finally figured it out. Taking a look at the dividends here. This is what it said for August. I had a different number initially. I'm still trying to figure out where Robinhood figures, the borderline and stuff. So I may have to go through and double check each month and just pretty much paste what it says. I don't know. The app is weird, and it doesn't file it on the right day when it is all said and done. But I don't know. It's a lot of things to go through to verify. All right. So yeah, you can see that we've had some, growth. We're still waiting to see if September is going to be higher than July and August in some sense, where it's like, where it's growing. I don't think it'll be as high as June, again, because of some factors that I've talked about in previous months, as well as a lot of dividends being cut now because of coronavirus. Um, June and December are probably going to be the higher months because some stocks pay out bi-yearly. Some are quarterly, some are bi-yearly, and some are monthly, and just kind of how they all line up. So we'll figure that out once we get to December and kind of see what a full year is like. But so far, this is what we have for this year and projected. I also, as promised, did a quarterly dividends by quarter. All I did was just kind of made this little spreadsheet. I put in, little formulas to track these three, just so as I change it, it changes a spreadsheet too. And you can see each quarter we've grown. So far, quarter 3 hasn't done a whole lot. It's not stayed the same. I should probably add what the numbers are, but I guess when you click on it, it tells you. But maybe I'll add the numbers on the sheet so it's a little easier to see. So other things to add and make it a little easier to read. But overall, I like to see the growth, and the stagnation is kind of to be expected because, again, of coronavirus and a lot of companies cutting their dividends. I finally updated. Since I bought Apple, I had to make another adjustment to this chart, even though I said I was probably just going to add it and copy it over, but I had to add Apple. But you can see that Carnival completely cut their dividend, which if we go back a couple months ago, they were sitting at $2 a share. I don't know if that was right or not, but again, that's what happened. So yeah, just another chart to kind of quick reference and see where we're going. And if I type in $500 here, it adjusts the whole chart, and there it is. So it's all calculated, and I'm not sure if I add more rows if it'll add onto here, but we can get to that as we go. But yeah, so far I'm liking everything that's on here. Now kind of for the main event, because we have to wait for the M1 Finance portfolio before we can plug in the numbers. But last month we ended with a portfolio value of $4,685.29 as indicated right here, and dividends at $10.84. So compared to the average monthly income, we were actually a little bit lower because 13 should have been the average. But with companies cutting their dividends, even in the M1 Finance portfolio, it's the same problem, same issue. We are going to run into that. But still seeing double digit makes me happy, honestly, because up until this point it's only been single digits, and today alone we got $4 a week in. So hopefully we're on the path to still get double digits is kind of what I'm aiming for. And that will kind of be my goal probably for next year is I'd like to try to get $50 a month in dividends. Because of my ability and how much I'm able to contribute, I'm not able to, have a portfolio that is replacing hundreds of dollars a month quite yet. That's just not realistic for me. But, seeing where we'll be at December, we'll, kind of make a goal from there. And, maybe using this, we can kind of see. But, $50 should be something that we start to see in August 2022. But hopefully I can try to bump that up a little sooner than that. But yeah, so not a whole lot has changed, just we're a little bit lower. We'll probably see again more change come next month since I actually added money for the first time in a while. But yeah, so nothing too much new. And again, I think I got all the numbers figured out for last month. We crossed that $30,000 in assets and then also net worth because I don't have any liabilities right now. As far as I know, I don't think I have any loans, but I guess one of those days it'll just surprise me. And then this month, we were able to add some more to the portfolio. Savings checking, this will probably be drained quite a bit because I have bills to pay for. This month was a big heavy hitter, with my surgery that I had for my wisdom teeth. Insurance is also due this month for me, just on the cycle that I have. And I just have my normal monthly bills that I have to pay for, but I think I should be okay now that I've figured out that I messed up at some point when doing math and I have an extra $500 in my checking. That helps. because I think last video I had this at $200 some. Well, you know, big brain me decided that I actually, you know, thought about the payments that haven't settled yet, so that's good. So currently we're sitting at 31,000, about 500 for the net worth, but it's a little bit less because I have outstanding bills that still need to be paid for. But I mean, realistically, we're probably sitting around the same as we were last month, but still making that growth, trying to at least. But you know, once we, you know, hopefully coronavirus kind of settles down a little bit more, hopefully, and work gets busier, I can hopefully make more money, which, you know, can then be invested into stuff like this. But, you know, just a quick little update here. I mean, not a whole lot. Now that the market's actually open, we'll see what happens for the day. So far we're down, but it is what it is. Hopefully this is a little bit of a shorter video. It looks like we're at about 11 minutes here. For the longest time, I just wanted to kind of go in depth and explain stuff, but since I only put one out last week, I didn't really need to go over too much. But the other point too with these longer videos is I want people to be able to join my video series at any point in the video and feel like they haven't missed out on any information that I've said before. If I, you know, had like a consistent viewership where I know that they're seeing these videos from, wait, now it's up money? Interesting. You know, I find that important. Sorry, I'm just like watching the market as we go, but yeah. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining in and watching. Hopefully this shorter video is a little bit easier for people to watch and digest as we watch the market go up today. Again, thank you so much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this update, shorter video as well, and I will see you guys on the next video.